Hey guys, I'm going to take some measurements here for the short box so I can compare to my truck. So I'll set you down here and we'll go ahead and make some measurements. So I'm curious about what this distance here is, and this is 3 inches to this flange here. And from the fender to that flange is 10 5/8. So I'm going to put the 10 5/8. And then I'm going to have the 3 there. So that's 13 5/8 from there to the outside. And let's do this lower step just for, kind of approximate. I'm getting about 22 inches on that, give or take a teeny bit. Now let's walk over here and let's see what we get into the back area here. Right here. Okay. Here again, we have this flange, and when it touches down to the fender, I'm calling that 1/4 of an inch. And then we got the 80 inches overall. So with those measurements, we should get pretty close. Hey guys, we're back here in beautiful Eastern Washington, and the weather's not as nice as it usually is, but it's pretty darn nice. It's raining on the west side where I live, and over here it's going to be about 65 and partly sunny today. So I came back over to get my boat ready to go on the market. We just haven't used it the last few years, and that'll allow me to make a pretty nice shop, where the boat's being stored now in the pole building. And also on last week's video, I was over here and I ran across that short box 55. And, I've been considering shortening mine for quite a while. But in the comments, it was surprising at how many people really like the long box. But the way I look at it is, who doesn't like a short box? So I've went back by the 55, and as I was drawing up this little, taking measurements, a good buddy of mine, Chris, over at Ironhead Garage, was also going out to his short box and sent me over something real similar to what I got here. The numbers match up pretty darn close. So I'll show you what I came up with here real quick. It's just a quick little drawing of the short box and the differences. But anyways, this doesn't really matter. This is just a guide for me. I went over to the truck and marked out some, cut lines and everything. And in the rear, the front is pretty straightforward, but in the rear, it gets way more complex than what I thought it would be. So I'm really gonna be counting on you guys to throw me some comments on that when we go look at that. So we'll go over there and check it out. All right guys, here we are. So this is the front of the box, and this to me doesn't look too tough other than breaking out the spot welds in this. So this would be where the cut would be, and it would slide. As you see, there's 2 and there's 2, so that would slide all the way up from this point all the way back there. All that is the long box. The short box would be right from this one now, 10 5/8. So that's quite a difference. The step, it's square out to, you could take the 10 inches, or it's actually, yeah, I think it's going to be short 9 up in the front here. And then, so you can buy a step, which is what I may end up doing. They're only about $100. But I figure, why not try cutting this one first? And the frame, I'm super lucky on here. There's nothing in the way. It's just straight back in there. I think it's 9 1/4 out of there. I figured it out and looked underneath there. That's real easy. And the 80 inches would be to the short box would end right there now. So all that is extra on the back there. So yeah, that would be the new short box. Now this is where it gets pretty confusing to me, because I almost have to retain all of this is all together in the state pocket. So what I figured the best thing to do, I'd still end up having to cut the spot welds in there to get that, because it has to all slide forward to this line. And another thing I wanted to mention too is on the spot welds, I've been told grinding them out, but being that it's on this outside surface here, again, I'd be better off to try to drill those, I think, because of that area, because it's going to be exposed. Now, this is what I figured what I would end up doing out here is I would take and cut this line up here and over, and take this section here all the way out, and then take this cut, run it all the way across back to there, and then take this section out. That would allow this and this to slide back into that line. So there'd be a little jog there. That would mean one weld across the top here, over and down. But you know, that's where I need you guys to, you know, come in and help me out here. And then everything else is connected to this, so it should slide back after the cut. So I'm thinking that's the best way to do that. If I can get a nice weld across, the only thing you're really going to be seeing big time is right here. So I've thought of everything on how I could try to maintain, just lob it off and move things back, but it's just too tied in together. When you get all up and around all this stuff, it's just, I would just destroy it, I think, trying to take it apart when I could just have one weld. So yeah, so let me know, guys, and thank you for coming by. And another thing, I think I can slide this bed, just lift it up on the frame. I'm pretty lucky that I don't have a bed bottom in here. It's just all frame, so it's going to be really super easy to maybe just work on it right on the frame. So, but I'll have to take it off when I cut the frame. But as far as working on it, I got a kind of a workbench right here. I think I can work it that way. So okay, yeah, there's the boat that's going to go for sale. It's like, it's 30 years old and it's like new. So anyways, okay guys, thank you for coming by, and we'll catch you on the next one.